Good afternoon, it's Kyle here on a beautiful day. This is the Willamette River in Corvallis, Oregon. That's Porter out there swimming. So I wanted to get this shot at the river because, you know, the planet, the arteries of the planet, we're talking about arteries today. We're going to talk about blood flow today and the relationship to food. And you could think about the arteries of our planet as our water systems, our rivers and streams. So if you remember anything from what I've ever said, and this is what I tell my patients, know that you have over 60,000 miles of blood vessels in your body. The circumference of the Earth, the planet, is 25,000 miles. So over 2 trips around the Earth is in your own body in terms of blood vessel length. And in our arterial system, we have the single cell lining lumen. It's called the endothelium. Its job is to keep your blood vessels open so you get oxygen and nourishment to all your tissues in your body. What we know very clearly scientifically is the endothelium is damaged by certain foods. The good news, though, is what we now know is it's also repaired by certain foods. And it's not rocket science. Basically, all you need to remember is that the arterial system is repaired by whole foods with fiber. They're injured by foods without fiber or processed foods or animal products or sea creatures, eggs, dairy products, oils, white flour and sugar and salt. So if we follow a whole food plant-based diet, every meal we are repairing our blood vessels literally. We've seen cases where patients have 100% stenosis of their coronary arteries, completely cleaned out, not by a stent, not by a drug, but by following a strict whole food plant-based diet, free of those fiberless foods that I mentioned. That is the good news that everyone needs to understand. Everyone needs to have a method to get control over their health back, control over their life. And I can't imagine not having my brain working, my physical body, my low back, all my tissues feeling good as I age. And what I see in the clinic is people break down decade after decade because they are eating too many foods without fiber. So understand, you can clean out your entire arterial system by following a whole food plant-based diet. You don't have to go on a diet. You don't have to carbohydrate count. You eat those foods I mentioned, vegetables, beans, whole grains, fruits, seeds, and you will repair with every meal. Isn't that amazing? Then you can have some control over your health. The average American, by the time they're 65, has already lost 20% of their blood flow. That's how we get Alzheimer's, dementia. I want my brain to be fully functional at 65, at 85, and so I eat to heal my blood vessels. I had many years on too many foods without fiber, and I know I damaged my arteries. The damage of arteries has been documented as early as infancy. It doesn't just happen, or we don't just need to worry about it when we're 40. Think about your children. We should be eating to repair throughout our entire life. Or the beautiful thing is if we're raised on a whole food plant-based diet, then we're not in a need for acute repair. We just stay in health, we stay in balance. So the rule of the artery is supreme is the quote that my founder of my profession as a doctor in osteopathy said. And he was so right. Think about how your actions are affecting your blood flow. And then work on changing those choices. Remember, forks, feet, and fingers. Are you smoking or not? What are you putting into your body with your forks? How are you moving your body with your feet? Stress, sleep, and love. How are you handling your stress? Work on skills for that. Are you sleeping and prioritizing sleep? And then are you in love? Not physical love necessarily, emotional love, but are you in love with yourself? Do you have an internal connection, a belief system that supports you? Are you connected in your community? So work on these things, have fun with it, eat to live, as Joel Fuhrman says. Focus on high nutrient, whole, plant-based foods, and you will be all set. Thank you and have a great day.